All right, it's another day. It's leaving for work, and we're talking World Cup football. All right, so Austria versus Jordan. Game ended. Oh shit! It's a freaking cat just ran away there, man. Scared me a bit there. But yeah, shit. Anyways, see, this is the time I go to work. But 3-1 Austria, man. Not really shocked by the result. It's not a game that I saw because, of course, the game started at midnight my time, and I'm not staying up to watch any games at midnight right now unless I'm like off from my job, and I feel like just doing it, burning the midnight oil a bit. You know what I mean? But yeah, 3-1, not a result that I'm surprised about in this group. And of course the other teams in the group, Argentina and Algeria, Group J. Let me just verify that's correct. Yep, Group J. Argentina defeated Algeria 3-0 earlier, courtesy of a Lionel Messi hat-trick. So let's keep that one in mind. The Austria has to face Argentina, and they got to face Algeria. All A's there, triple A. And those teams are no joke, so Austria getting the job done against Jordan like they're supposed to. But it didn't come easy, man. Didn't come easy. Is it cold enough for a hoodie this morning? It's actually not. Yesterday morning it was a bit chilly, so I put on a hoodie. But yeah. So in this game, Schmid in the 21st minute, that was a really good goal from distance. And Jordan held their own, man. They held their own. They tested the goalkeeper Schlager, and they did hit the crossbar until they equalized through Olwan in the 50th minute. But then Austria came rearing back. It was a Al-Arab own goal in the 76th minute. And then Marko Arnautovic scored, but the goal was chalked off. And then he scored from the penalty spot in the 12th minute of extra time to give Austria a little bit of cushion there and win the game 3-1. In terms of stats, Jordan outshot Austria 11 shots to 9, 4 on target to 3. Austria had the bulk of the possession with 62%, 579 passes with 88% pass accuracy, 12 fouls, 1 yellow card, 4 corners. Pretty disciplined, 3 offsides. Jordan making the World Cup debut, 38% possession, 325 passes with a 77 pass accuracy, 6 fouls. They were quite disciplined, no yellows, 3 corners. A decent display by Jordan, I gotta say, man. You know what I mean? Decent at most. In terms of the next games, Argentina will play Austria. Jordan will face Algeria. It gets more difficult from here for Jordan. Let's just put it that way. But the thing about football is, you got to keep going, man. You can't ever give up because you never know what's going to happen, man. Anything could happen. But this Austrian team looks like it has a lot of quality. You check the 11, you got Xaver Schlager, Conrad Lima, David Alaba, just to name a few, man, off the top from what I could remember. Maybe there's a few key players I'm actually missing, but, Arnautovic being around a while. They have some quality, man. And it's going to be really interesting in this group, especially when they play Algeria. Coming up against Argentina and Lionel Messi is always going to be a challenge. But I think Austria would be up for it, and it would make for a very interesting game as well. So, you know, in this group, what is it, Group J? I'm definitely looking for, you know, the action. I can't remember what I predicted. I think I predicted Argentina to top the group and Austria to come in second, but none of the third place teams, the third place team from the group doesn't go through. I think that's what I did predict. But you never know, man. Algeria did look decent on the day. So, not much more to add, really, because, guys, this is just me reacting to the scoreline, you know, and I watched 5-minute highlight package while getting ready for work, so it's nothing crazy. Actually, what we could talk about really quick is the games coming up today. It's going to be really tricky because I'm going to work right now. I have things to do in terms of previews to make, and there's a ton load of games today. There's actually 4 matches. Portugal, DR Congo starting at 1 p.m., which doesn't really work for me if I'm keeping it real. England, Croatia in Group L. We got Ghana versus Panama. That's going to be a good game, though. That's going to be a really good game. And the late game, the last of the first round of group matches, Uzbekistan coming up against Colombia. That one would also be a good one, where Colombia are the favorites to go on to win the match. So, but, you know, it's not going to be routine for the favorite teams, man. I like the way the underdog teams are putting up a fight. You know, you look at Egypt, you look at Jordan. You know, these teams are fighting, man. These teams are fighting. Qatar comes to mind, man. These teams are putting up a fight and not just laying down and getting smashed. You see what I'm saying? So, this is my World Cup journey, guys. On the way to work. You know, just share my thoughts with you. I know for a lot of you guys, if it's late in your country, you're also not watching the late matches. You know, watching highlights and stuff. It's okay, man. It's okay. You can't listen. Listen. This ain't Pokemon. This ain't Pokemon. You can't catch them all. You see what I'm saying? You can't. You can't. You got to sacrifice a few matches and do what you got to do. Get some sleep, man. You know, because by the time you blink, it's midnight, and then I got to wake up to go to work at like 3:50. I woke up at 3:50 this morning, so I barely got 4 hours sleep. But guys, thanks a lot for watching. Congratulations to Austria getting the job done. Hard luck to Jordan. Better luck next time. Maybe it'll be easy against Algeria. But guys, subscribe if you like the video if you haven't yet done so. And until my next one, peace out. Rich Squad. Guys, see you later, man.